1, 2, 3. Welcome to fuck. Perfect. Shit, it's like out of my. All right. So,
Okay.
ladies and gentlemen, welcome to fuck or fuck.
It was voted by you, the people.
Yeah.
Well, we posted me and Jack we posted a poll kind of on Instagram, and our audiences pick fuck or fuck. It's spelled F-O with the double point in the top and K.
Obviously, I want melody of life, but if the people want what the people want,
In bracket is melody of life.
okay.
Yeah.
Fuck brackets.
No,
melody
it's not
of life.
fuck. It's fuck.
Fuck. Right then.
Still, like, I think it's a good idea. To be
I
honest,
like it. Yeah, it's very, very unusual.
like we all tried. We work hard on this
The-
title actually. In this
Yeah.
name, we work very hard. It's like a week that we are trying to.
I think it was
brainstorm.
like 40 votes for melody of life, and you got like 50 overall. Or some
Yeah.
shit.
So
People
yeah,
have
jumping
fun.
fruit was good as well, but it's alright.
Yeah.
Welcome to fuck.
That's gonna be the intro now.
Yeah, I love it.
There
I
you
love
go.
That's a great
Made our intro for you guys live.
All right. So the last time
Yeah.
we talk about we talk about ourselves. We just introduce each other, and we just told you a bit of our past. And this time we're just gonna see what's going on with the flow.
Yeah.
We have some chamomile tea in here. Unfortunately, it's finished because we had to record this all over again because the camera stopped recording. But I'm gonna pretend to put it again.
And I'm going to pretend to eat the chocolate and
Yeah.
be really annoying down the microphone
That's
like we
okay.
were.
So we were talking about how English. No, we're starting again.
Well,
Fuck.
I don't know. I mean, I got my passport renewed. Like, I finally,
Oh, yeah.
because I'm scared that I'm getting kicked out because of Brexit, and I can't. You
Me
can't
too.
travel. After the 31st of January. Oh, no, 2021.
Why not just even travel? That I don't read news, but I read a news for error, and it was like musicians can't do shows without a visa in the future after Brexit.
Yeah, it's going to
happens.
mess it up.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But that's like in a year's time or something.
Yeah, but still.
But that is more motivation to work on your fan base in England rather than like overseas, I think.
You think?
Mm.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't even know, like, with the all licensing stuff that they want to license. it.
Yeah.
I don't think they're actually gonna go.
It's gonna
through.
happen. It's gonna happen.
Are you sure?
I'm sure about it.
Okay.
I'm sure about
It
it.
does seem legit now, yeah.
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 It's so long that they keep saying, but this time I fear it's gonna happen, and it's gonna be quite shit. I think because
Yeah.
the good thing about busking is that we can show up. Anybody can show
Yeah.
up, and they can do
Yeah.
good.
I love that. Even people from, like, overseas, like, if you're traveling, like, so many great buskers come just from America or whatever, and they just come and just start a show, and it's like, man.
They have
It's
been
incredible.
saying they're going to bring it in for the past 3 years though, so it might be another few years yet.
Maybe, but I think
Yeah.
after the
They
summer.
need to give you time in advance to do it, I think.
But considering that there's people that they have kids. They have kids.
Mm.
What?
There's people busking. They have kids and they have families, and that's how
Yeah.
they support each. I'm just a poor fucking idiot, just like trying to survive, because that's what I do. I don't have, like, people say, oh, but you should look 5 years from now. I just try to survive. If I'm alive tomorrow, it's alright.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to do. Of course, I'm trying to
But dude, if you got a girlfriend,
have
right,
a message.
and your
I don't have it anymore.
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
Nobody wants me. Look at me, like, fuck.
I'm just saying, if you did, and she was like, "Yeah, we should move in together soon," and you're like, "Yeah," and then the licensing's coming in, you're like,
That's horrible. Like,
Yeah.
imagine, like, come on, imagine. Like, I don't understand. That's all this division. Like, anyway, this is 85% chocolate.
Oh yeah.
And I'm gonna eat it ASMR for you. Okay, look.
"No, stop it! I don't want to hear it, Marcello. Stop!
Yes, you do.
No, cringes me.
Okay.
You only have to go on YouTube and put in SMR, and you get some girl coming up going,
Yeah.
she'll like scrap.
Yeah. Yeah, because there's people wanking watching it. Yeah.
Legit.
Yeah.
There's legit channels on YouTube, but in what is it, SMR?
SMR.
SMR.
ASMR, I think.
People have a career of just grabbing things like this and going, welcome
Yeah.
to SMR.
Yeah. But the problem is that
What does that stand for? What is
I
SMR?
don't remember, but
it's supposed to give you brain orgasms.
Yeah.
It's like a tingling that goes down your spine, and it gives you like a vibration
I don't
through your
get
body.
that. But there's people
Okay.
wanking
I've
listening to
heard it
fucking
before, but not
tinfoil.
listening.
Like, oh, I love tinfoil.
Oh my god!
I don't know, like, I'm more the classic style. Come on. Not yet there. Maybe I'll get there eventually.
No, you're too hardcore.
That's
You're too
advanced
Sacha
level.
Grey for that, mate.
Maybe.
I want chocolate. I'm eating it.
Sasha.
Yeah, I love this chocolate.
Yeah, it's good.
It's
Mm.
very nice.
Unfortunately, the chamomile is finished.
Oh.
But yeah, I was saying that milk chocolate, like 85% chocolate is kind of a junk food, but it's a good junk food. It's healthy. It's full of antioxidant. It's full of like potassium, and it's so good. And also, cocoa powder and cocoa in general has a similar chemical to serotonin, and so it puts you in a good mood.
It's like heroin, but like a really minor dose.
Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of.
Right.
Yeah,
A little bit.
yeah.
Yeah.
But basically, like, it stimulates your serotonin levels or serotonin receptors, and you feel a bit of a high out of chocolate. But it's good, it's positive, and chocolate is so good for you. But not like I'm eating fucking.
I mean, I wouldn't compare it to heroin, but
I never tried heroin.
me neither.
Are you sure, Jack?
I'm absolutely positive. Yeah,
Alright,
thank you.
Okay.
I have no plans to either.
Really, I'm kind of like
On the edge.
no, I'm actually scared about heavy drugs.
Mm.
I'm actually very scared about cocaine. I think people do a big fuss about cocaine. People think cocaine is such a like, oh, cocaine is cool, like, oh, but I think it's just like I think it's a stimulant, and like it's
No shit.
all the people I see on
think?
all the people I see on cocaine, they act like idiots, or like people that they drink
I
alcohol.
think it gives you a bigger sense of
Self.
ego.
ego. Boosts your ego, like,
For sure. And it gives you a sense of confidence.
yeah.
It's dopamine. It's
Yeah.
not serotonin.
Yeah.
So it doesn't make you love everything.
Yeah.
You're just very chatty and very... The
Mm.
people I've seen on it are very chatty and very like... that kind of thing. But yeah, it's got no appeal.
Yeah, I heard it's like you're anxious to do something, but you're not really sure what it is that you're about to do, but you're anxious to do something on cocaine.
And like that's for me is me normally I'm like that. I'm always super anxious about that I have to do something. So imagine like, oh
I've just seen so many people's lives just go
yeah.
with it. I mean, I'm not being judgmental or anything, but if that isn't enough to put you off.
Yeah.
Like, there was a girl who was living in the house. I share a house with 7 people. There's a girl. She moved. Do not burp down the mic, Marcello.
Sorry. Was a girl?
This is someone who wants to do this professionally.
All right. Was a girl in your house? Go on.
This is someone
Go on.
who calls the podcast fuck.
Go on. It's not fuck. It's fuck.
Okay, fuck.
It's more French.
There was a girl who's living with us. She moved in, very full of life. Just moved to London. She started working in Camden and working behind the bar in Camden.
Do you like Camden?
It's edgy. It's very edgy.
You think Camden is edgy? I think it's a shithole.
It's edgy. And she was
East
working.
London is more edgy.
She was working there in a club, and she was just getting like 12-hour shifts and stuff. Started going out with the people who were working there and stuff like that. And then next thing, they started taking coke on a night out, and next thing you know, they're all like taking coke at work just to keep them stimulated and going. And you just saw her like spiraling down, like her life just got like worse and worse to a point where she hadn't have slept for like 2 weeks. She was like hallucinating. She had like I think her boyfriend at the time was like abusing her and stuff. She just got in like such shit. And I said like, I will come with you to rehab. If you want to go, we can sort this out. But in the end, she had to call her mum, and she had to move out like instantly. Mum had to pick her up, and yeah, I think she sorted herself out now. But she just stopped talking to everyone after that. I think she just wanted to completely break like communication with anyone associated with.
The thing is like, I think is difficult, and I understand why people would get into drugs, because like you can feel really shit. Life is not. It can be difficult if your view on life is. If your view on life is one way, it can be difficult to really live the everyday life. But I believe it a lot, you can reach the same effects of any kind of drug. Of course, drugs are more powerful. But you can reach plenty of the same effects naturally, like eating well, exercising, and like, you know, just loving yourself and like managing your mind a bit better. Listen, last year, this period, I used to smoke a bit of weed every day, and like, you know, I thought I was like, I thought that was giving me a boost, I thought that was giving me what was making me feel good. No, it's just that, yes, I'm a more open-minded, so I was doing more things. But for example, now I'm kind of forcing myself to just, you know, love myself a bit more, eat well, and like, you know, I'm doing a gym every day, so and I feel as high. I'm happy. I actually this morning,
especially going to the gym as well, like cardio.
It's crazy, but it's crazy how happy. Like this morning, I was out of 7 a.m. I was jumping around the street, and I never do that. It's ages I don't do that. I was super depressed 3 months ago, but really I was staying in bed all day in bed, all day. Now I'm here.
When you have depression, that's what happens. You can't get out of bed, can you? You don't
zero.
Anything, like you have no motivation whatsoever to go outside. You cannot face the world.
Zero. And for me, it was like it lasted at least 4 or 5 months. Now I'm getting out of it, and it's incredible. And it's no drugs, nothing. Just like, you know, eating salads, eating fruit, and exercising. It's crazy. It's so. But the problem is that when you're into it, people tell you. So many people, Marcello, go in the gym. Oh, fuck, how can that help me? You don't think that can help you, but it actually helps so much. Yeah. It helps so much. It's making such a big difference for me. Yeah. Such a big difference. I feel like another person.
It's like when you go to the gym, for me, it's like I go on the cross trainer every time I go.
I love that machine.
Yeah, I love it so much. And like I bought on some drum and bass, and when it like I see the rows per minute, and soon as like it's building up to the pendulum drop, I'm just like,
I was listening Jesus of Superbia from Green Day earlier while I was doing that machine. It's a 7-minute track. Oh my god, I enjoyed it so much.
Yeah. Suddenly the rows per minute go up by 20. You're on 90 rows per minute. You just keep it going, and you got so much adrenaline and good emotion. It's like dancing. You just feel amazing.
It's dancing. Yeah. Do you try that machine?
Never.
It's amazing.
It's so good.
This thing with the legs.
Yeah. It works everything, man. You can actually build a little bit of muscle in that as well.
Nice.
If you put it up, put the weight up.
Are you doing weight as well in the gym? Just weights?
No, fucks me.
Really? Why?
Yeah. I can do like a workout, and next day just feels like I've been hit by a truck.
Yeah, but that's normal. Like for example, like I start a workout. If you stop for 4 days, for example, you start to feel the pain. If you do it, and if you keep increasing, I have no pain today, and I did a very, very hard workout, like very hard. I was like, I couldn't. But if you start, you get pain for a couple of days, here, everywhere. But if
I
you
didn't
keep
have
doing
pain. It was like brain fog and just like horrible feeling. I know that it goes away after a bit, but also there's the issue of when I'm doing this, my neck muscles are getting really tense, and then when I go to sing, those same neck muscles are coming in during singing. Okay. And it kind of limits it a little bit. If you have a look online, they say if you're a singer, the best exercise you can do is either swimming's really good, or like cardio. Yeah.
When I used to swim every day. My voice, oh my god, another level. You get because you use so many muscles that are involved in singing. Really, singing was so easy for me.
With yoga as well.
Yeah, I want to start to do yoga again.
Oh man, yoga is supposed to be amazing, right? For the whole body and soul thing, unifying stuff. It sounds really like hippie,
esoteric.
But I guess
it is. But as we said the other time, like those things are really real. Like because you basically connect your body with your mind, and you relax you, and especially with all the stimulation we have with social networks, it brings it down.
I heard also recently, like if you put yourself, because yoga can be quite stressful and intense, right? Like very difficult positions and stuff.
Yeah.
I think like if you put yourself like through difficult positions, through difficult situations on purpose, then the everyday stress of life seems almost, it's still stress, but it's easier to deal with it because you purposefully expose yourself to that already. So you're training that muscle.
You build tolerance to it. For
Yes,
sure.
Wow,
exactly.
That's true.
That's when the benefits kick in though. Like you can't expect to do one yoga session.
Yeah.
You might feel a little bit of benefit after, but it's more of like a long-term continuous thing. You'll notice little things in your life. I've only done yoga a few times, but like I meditate, and that for me that's
do that
better.
every day, right? You meditate every day.
I did, but then I stopped a bit to have a bit of a break. But now I'm getting back on it again.
Okay.
Yeah, I was actually annoyed this morning, so I woke up late and I couldn't meditate for an hour. And I was
See, that's something I'm trying to get into, meditation. But for example, like even gym is a sort of meditation because like
it is.
and the other thing, as you said before, your body knows that, you know, you put yourself in a stressful situation and so you can deal with it. It's the same. Like I started my day doing very heavy weights at 10 a.m. And I was like, fuck, why am I doing this? But now I have to go. I couldn't even go out in the shop to buy chocolate. Really, I couldn't go. Now I don't care. Like, you know, if you have, Marcello, you have to run 2 kilometers, like now, 2 kilometers, nothing. I can do it. Yeah. Anything. Like
I think the brain is like, whatever you're experiencing now, it kind of gets saved and then it'll bring it back up later. So if you're doing gym and your mind's in a very like, if you notice when you're doing cardio, your mind is actually quite still. There isn't much going on. So your brain is kind of like, it's recording that not much going on and it'll give you that same experience later. So when you're stressing and stuff, it'll be less stress because your mind isn't so like...
Yeah.
So like thoughts everywhere and I can't really explain.
That's nice. Yeah, I like running from time to time.
Do you run often?
Honestly, I'm out of my mind. So what I do is I just run everywhere. Like anywhere I have to go, I just jog there.
I think that's the best way to do it though.
Maybe
rather than being on a treadmill. Because like you're experiencing new places when you go different, and you like you've got those visuals to kind of keep you.
I get freaking frustrated because like walking is so slow. If I'm by myself and I'm not talking to anybody, I just want to get there faster.
Well, that's a good time to listen to podcasts or stuff. For example, if you're alone.
Good time to listen to the Fuck podcast. Fuck. Sorry.
I liked how you said that.
So
the Fuck podcast.
How long you used to run for?
I think like 30 minutes or something. Okay. And I just put on like really upbeat.
Not going to hear you without the mic.
Hip hop music. Yeah, true.
It's okay.
Okay.
I don't think it's look fun on camera.
Just do it, man. Just be yourself. Just do it. Come on.
It just doesn't look nice. Like
you've just been burping down the fucking mic. Don't worry about vaping.
Off camera. He's vaping.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, I
you were
don't think
deep throating the camera last episode. Come on, man.
All right, okay.
Like, vaping is better for you, right?
Yes, all right. I agree, but I don't think it's something good. It's not something good for me. So, like, if I do it even here, like, I want to stay out of it. But the problem is that I'm so addicted to it, so much, like, really so much. So I'm a bit ashamed of it. I'm ashamed of that. Yeah.
That's all right.
Could you pass me that Corona mask, please?
We're all a bit ashamed of something.
Wow, is that the real deal?
No, I think the real deal is the. Wow. Okay, I can't put it on.
No, it's not like that.
Yeah. This way?
No, Marcello.
I think it is.
No, it's that way. It goes like this. No.
All right, doesn't matter. But anyway. I actually tried.
That's the chin. That's the bottom. On your nose.
What do you think about all this Corona stuff? It's a big topic at the moment.
It's in everywhere. Headline of every newspaper.
I was reading it. I was reading about it last night, and there's so much hype about it at the moment. Not hype. That's the wrong word. So much news coverage. I think 97,000 people have been diagnosed with it. 47,000 people have recovered from it already. These are like proper logistics. 1,600 people have died from it or something like that, and the others are still in recovery. But the flu, normal, just general flu,
kills more people.
It's still killing way more people.
Yeah.
And I think also the news, they have to hype about this and like put it in your face and make people worry, because people are paying for advertisements in newspapers and stuff. Yeah. So it's in their best interest for you to open the newspaper or to click on that post on Facebook or Instagram, because they get money from it.
Yeah.
So
But
obviously they're gonna put out as much information and get you to click on it because you want to know: are you in danger, or are you gonna catch this deadly disease?
But the main issue is, as you say, like, is they're creating, like, when they do an attack in London or anything, like, yeah, it's a big case, and I have a lot of arguments with people about this. Yes, of course I care. There's people that they die and stuff, but my problem is that the more we talk about it, the more it blows up on all the internet and all television. Like, my mom calls me very scared every time something happens. Marcello, are you okay? Like, she doesn't deserve all that stress. Stress gets white hair. When I was feeling stress and shit, I had white hair. Now they disappeared since I feel better. Really?
Really? Wow.
Yes. I pulled a couple of them, but I'm not growing any
You have
anymore.
beautiful hair, by the way.
Oh, thank you so much,
Yeah.
love.
There was I think there was a stabbing in Regent Park or something like that. My mum messaged me and was like, "Oh, you all right? There's been a stabbing in Regent Park," and I shouldn't have sent it, but I felt bad after I sent it. I was like, "Yes, Mom, there's stabbings in London every day. I'm fine."
Yeah, but there's stabbings everywhere. Like, but you have to be just a crazy motherfucker with no empathy, and you stab a person.
But then I remember that,
and most of the time it's gangs. It's not even
exactly.
gangs.
Then I remembered that I got mugged outside my house. My mom knows that, so obviously she can obviously she's gonna message me and say like, "Are you okay?" Just in case. So
You put that story on YouTube as well, right? About the mugging.
Tell us what happened again.
That's a good story.
The story or the
when they robbed you.
So me and my girlfriend watched Harry Potter, and we were like, I was like, "Cool, let's go get some like soup."
Wait, sorry. This is something that I don't know. There's a lot of au pair girls in London. I don't know, and every au pair girl, they love Harry Potter.
I think tourists in general love Harry Potter.
What? Like,
because it's like when you think of England, you think of Harry Potter as well.
Yeah, kind of.
And that's what they like. They grew up watching it.
Most of it is filmed in Scotland, anyway.
But still, it's like it's English in it. So,
right.
So we were watching Harry Potter. I think it was like
nothing against Harry Potter. I love it. I love.
We were binge watching all of them, man. We were getting through them all.
Did you watch all the Harry Potters?
Yeah. I think so. Yeah, most of them.
And I thought, okay, we're gonna go get some soup. Went to Morrison's, bought the soup. Literally had so I had £10 in my account, and then I spent money on soup, and then my girlfriend gave me the money to pay for the soup, so it went back up to £10. Bear that in mind. Was walking back, like turned the corner onto my street, and there was like two dudes, like one in front of me, one that side, like the other side of the street. I walked past, had my headphones in, like a dumbass, and like shorts and sandals on. And then it was
sandals with socks or without socks?
Without socks.
Okay.
Is that important?
Yeah.
And then guy just gets in front of me and just talking to me. I didn't know what he was saying because I had my headphones in. I took him out, and he was like, blah, blah, blah. And I just like tried to walk into this house, just like this random person's house. He's like, "What are you doing walking into my house?" And I was like, "I'm fucked."
Shit.
And then
I would have shit my pants.
Oh man. And then my heart started going, especially when I saw them shadows like behind me as they were coming in front. Oh. And then he got in front of me, and then there was all this stuff, and then I just stood there for a moment, and in my mind it was just said, just run. Like, I don't know why it just said that. I should have. So I like ran with my fucking sandals on. I didn't get very far. Come up behind me and like grabbed me by the throat.
Oh my god!
Like chucked me down to the floor, and there was two of them there.
Jesus!
And they were like, "Put all your belongings on the floor now." And I had two phones on me. I had my iPhone 5S and my iPhone 6S, which was like a good phone at the time. Pulled out my iPhone 5S, which I was listening to music on, put that there, left my 6 in my pocket.
Good move.
Yeah. I was like, hopefully they don't see. And then put my wallet on the floor, and they opened it.
Did they have a knife?
So yeah, he said, he grabbed me by the throat and then was like, "If you scream, I'm going to stab you." That was his exact words.
I would have fucking shit.
This is right next to my house as well. I'm like, my house is right there. Like I could, my comfort, my everything is right there. So then I put my wallet on the floor, and do you know The Secret?
The book. Yeah.
Do you know they have like a check, and it's like $5,000 on it, and he sticks it on his window
I never
to look
did
at it
that.
every day to manifest money.
Ah.
I had a £5 note in my wallet, an old £5 note with "May the universe bring you more money," and the guy pulled it out as I was getting robbed, and I was just like, "This is fucking ironic. I'm getting robbed with this fucking with this £5 note." And then, oh shit!
Oh fucking.
Sorry, that was.
All right. Okay. I'm gonna fix
That's
that thing. You keep
Okay.
you keep it on the story.
Okay,
It's fine.
we're just gonna fix the camera. So yeah, he takes this and it's just like, "Tell me the PIN code to your bank. My mate's gonna go to the bank and get you money." And I told him the PIN code, and then he stood there while his mate went to the bank, and then I said, "Can I have my wallet back?" And they said, "Yeah," and they didn't take the iPhone 5S because it was shit and it had a crack in it, and they took £10 from my account because that's all the money I had. I've never been so happy to be so poor. Honestly, to not have money, I was so glad. And that's the first time. What are we doing? That was the first time in my life I've been so happy to, like, they had nothing to steal.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it was a good moment. And I went back, and then
That is so crazy.
yeah, I had to kind of, that experience kind of traumatized me a bit, and I had to.
How long ago was
I
this?
would never
This-
get out of the house anymore.
Well, this is what
Yeah.
I was going to say. I had to. This was a year and a half ago.
A year and a half.
Yeah. So it was in July 2018. Yeah. No, August 2018. And then I had to kind of forgive them for doing that because I was so angry and I was holding on to it.
Mm.
So I had to let that emotion go, and then understand that he was probably in a lot of trouble and needed money or whatever to come to some conclusion that he has to rob people in the street. And then I was able to let that go, and that felt a lot like I was able to feel a lot better after that because I was just hurting myself by holding on to it. And then I had to completely drop my perception of everyone in the street, because every time I would walk everywhere on the street now, I was looking on every corner and being like, is that person look dodgy, or like looking over there, because I know it can happen now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You never think it can happen until it happens to you.
Yeah.
And then I had to just change my perception of everyone on the street, because from there on I just thought everyone was dodgy and everyone was gonna rob me, and it was just a dodgy area and stuff.
Crazy stuff. All right, to get back to a more like positive, this is real, but you know, we can focus on something a bit more happy, I guess. I love you too. So Michelangelo today brought his keyboard. I'm gonna grab my guitar,
Oh, that's right.
and we're gonna
Yeah.
try to just,
All right.
know, just
And I'll sing. There you go.
okay. We can just. I think actually we have inputs in here. The problem is that should
I'm
we
not sure
stop?
if those inputs
Should we
work.
stop, or you can tell a
No,
story
just,
to them?
just keep going. I think.
Yeah.
It's. I mean, I don't know. We can just use the microphones. I think it's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
The sound.
That'll be alright.
Yeah.
Because we can
The
sing.
sound comes through his
Keyboard.
Keyboard.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
perfect.
loud.
That's
Okay.
perfect. All right. You can grab your keyboard, and once you're back, I'm gonna grab my guitar. And actually, you can grab one of those open tunings. The one behind. Oh yeah, that's what I like a lot. Yep. Just just something fun. Welcome to fuck.
Oh, that's a dusty fuck. Oh, you've spray
That's
painted.
spray paint.
Yeah.
Those are the print of my Crocs in the back of it. This guitar is fucked, but I love this guitar. Someone gave it to me for free during a show.
What?
Yeah, someone.
Wait,
It's a tanglewood as well.
Really?
put this here. Okay.
Oh no, I thought it said tanglewood.
No, it's like a fake tanglewood, but it's alright.
Man, we've never played together.
I know it.
We've never. No, I just noticed that.
First time.
But
for
that's why.
everything.
That's the best part of the podcast for sure. Goodness.
It's not going to be in tune with the piano, is it?
What key are you in?
Okay,
Yeah.
maybe it is.
Welcome to Fuck Podcast, yeah. It's the best one in town. The best one in town. Ha, ha, ha. It's Fuck the Podcast. Oh.
I feel like I'm missing. Welcome to Fuck the Podcast.
Oh.
This is all Fuck the Podcast.
Yeah, we're a bit all shit at freestyle rap, I think. But it's
I
alright.
reckon David could probably rap.
Come on, give us a
I
rap,
got
David.
nothing, bro. I got what? I can't.
David got nothing, just a big, fat guitar in his hands.
Okay.
We both know what you wanted to say. Yeah, you gotta start every rap with
You gotta do that.
Yo. Oh.
Exactly.
find my voice. We're sitting in Marcello's house.
Oh.
We're drinking on chamomile tea. We're eating his tasty hot chocolate. No, it's not a
Jack wished to taste my chocolate. Oh, my sweet chocolate. Yeah, sweet, sweet chocolate. Oh.
Sweet chocolate.
sweet, sweet chocolate.
Sweet
Oh,
chocolate.
sweet, yeah.
Sweet, sweet chocolate.
Tasty, 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 tasty.
Sweet, sweet chocolate.
Creamy, creamy.
Sweet.
Would you like to taste my chocolate?
Sweet chocolate.
Chocolate.
Oh.
Chocolate. Chocolate.
And that's the end of our instrument playing.
Alright, this was a section. We're gonna expand this section. Today was just a test, but yeah, it's fun. Just,
Sure.
can I play something with your piano?
Oh yeah, try it out.
Alright.
Ah.
Jack told in the other episode that I play piano well, but I don't.
This is why I don't want you to play. You're just gonna make me feel. Is that an anime? No. Okay, I'm thinking.
This keyboard has a good action, huh?
Oh, nice.
I love it. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Roland does good stuff.
They do. Actually.
Envy exudes.
I didn't play well. Actually, I can play well just
Wait,
if I
you
have.
play as well though?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, I saw you play the other day.
When?
I don't know, but you just played something.
I can play one song,
Uh,
couple, but
Clocks? Was it? Clocks?
no, it was
Clocks from Coldplay.
no kids
Oh.
MGM2.
Ah, okay, I don't know that. Okay.
I want to taste Jack chocolate.
Yeah.
Jack chocolate.
Yeah.
Jack chocolate. It's very dark. Jack chocolate. Jack chocolate. Yeah.
Bassline.
Oh, kick it down. Give me that chocolate.
You take bassline, I take beatboxing.
Chocolate. The boy dance Michelangelo with his keyboard longer than my Prego. Oh, Jack keyboard is bigger than my keyboard. Oh, he has a massive keyboard. That's what you say. Oh, Jack chocolate, chocolate. Give me some chocolate. Wow. That was amazing. Alright, I think should we end up this? I think we recorded 40 minutes, and I think
How
we should
long's
keep.
it been?
I don't know, 40 minutes. I don't
Does it
have
say
my glasses.
30?
It says 30.
Yeah, I think so.
Really?
Have a look.
Check it out. 420. It's 420.
36 minutes.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to entertain you for another 5 minutes.
Okay.
5 minutes? What the?
Yeah,
A 40-minute podcast?
yeah, it's fine. It doesn't have to be. We, like
I wanted an hour.
the problem is that we
Wow.
recorded a lot of stuff before, and then
Yeah, I
unfortunately
fucked up.
the video footage got a bit.
No, I do need to go soon anyway.
You have to go soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got
Wow.
a gig.
So
My back is just stuck to this.
to wrap it around, what do you think we should?
To wrap it up.
What what do you think? What do you think we should do in this podcast? Like, what's your idea? What's your like?
I like the idea of us presenting songs or just doing what we just did.
Yeah,
Is really nice. And just talking stuff.
Stories, life, music.
it's difficult to put it in perspective because I don't know what people would find
Also,
interesting.
we can interact with them and just ask them, do you have any questions? Or
Yeah.
we can put funny videos or any videos on YouTube and
Yeah.
just check stuff.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Like, just like I think the idea, as we talked before in the street, is just like the three of us sitting around here just talking. I'm getting much more friend. I spoke with him a couple of times. But one day I really clicked with him because
Yeah.
I understood that I don't know. Just that you click with
Mm.
somebody. And now I'm just like, I'm such a good to talk with you. And
That's strange because I've known David for a while, so
Really?
it's like, yeah. I thought you were already good friends.
Yeah. We were good friends.
Yeah.
We went once to have a very nice picnic near his house, and I made
wow.
like some was a rice with like peas and stuff, and we got fruit.
That was in summer,
Good
wasn't it?
day, yeah,
Yeah,
it was a
yeah.
good day. It
Yeah.
was a good day. Yeah, like I think like all these things, like staying together with people, it just puts your mood. Like people are important. People are
Mm.
like especially for what we do, like we do similar things, staying together, talking together about similar things, similar issues. It's so important
Mm.
because it just keeps you up. It keeps you good and positive, I think. We were talking before in the other recording that got deleted about Instagram and all the comparing and all the algorithm stuff and all the all the stuff around it, which is a great platform. Instagram is amazing, but as everything as is negative as well.
It's hard to revisit a topic we've already talked about,
Yeah,
I think.
so-
Because we're going to try and remember everything we said.
Yeah.
And that is a
Yeah.
bit...
Next time we'll
Yeah.
talk
Yeah,
a bit
we can
about
get to it
Instagram.
Yeah.
again,
Next time
for
we
sure.
actually talk a bit more in depth about Instagram, I think.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
big topic. Everyone is in it, and like oh god, okay, now it's just me. Hey guys, I'm gonna fix it now.
And now it's fucked. We are working
Yeah.
on a more professional
Yeah, next time
setup.
we might be in a different spot, right? Maybe. I don't know. How do you feel about doing it in Simitarai?
I like it here, to be honest, but it's
Yeah.
up to you, yeah.
Okay.
Really, I prefer. Let's try that.
Okay.
Let's check if they'll allow us to do a podcast and use the plug in there first, though. Because we might get there and not be able to use the plug.
That's true. I can ask them. Yeah.
I think the plug is gonna be fine.
I think they're cool with it. As long as we order something, they're gonna be fine. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
This thing is gone. All right.
Is it dead?
Back to life.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
All right.
We can do, I reckon, just 5 more minutes. Let's just talk.
All right.
And then...
What are you up to today? Oh, you're gonna play in the. You can plug yourself. Like you're gonna do.
But if I say I'm playing Greyhounds tonight and this episode is coming out next week,
True, but you're playing. There
But you
every-
always play that.
Yeah.
I play there every week, so you can look at my Instagram whenever I'm going to be playing because I'll always put it on there.
There's no way I'm never gonna play in that place.
Your show is different.
Yeah.
I don't, because I know.
Mine is not a pub show, and I'm Italian. I don't sing English songs.
You do like 30 minutes talking basically, right? That's like your. I don't know.
No, like basically like I don't do much talking. I do a bit of talking. Like the most talking part is when I get the maracas out. That's the
Yes.
most talking. But like it's like I think is 80% music, 20% talking.
Mm.
Right.
That's
I
a
think
good
balance,
combination.
yeah.
I like that. Yeah.
Because just music is I like to get people engaged. Like I think the most important thing, and that's one thing I just don't like about what's happening now in the West End. Like I don't know, it's busking for me is like about spreading some good vibes around. And I feel like at the moment like and I don't, it's not a critic or it's just my point of view. At the moment, like there's so many people playing sad songs in the street, which is fine, but at the same time, like, it's the street, it's not a stage, like, you know, like, when I look around and I look around those crowds, the people, they enjoy themselves, maybe they get emotions out, but for me that's more like something to put in your headphones, you know, to do it by yourself. If I want
to listen at night when you've got like headphones in,
and I do it. Last night I was going to sleep, or I listened to some Adele, some very, very sad songs. Oh, I enjoy them. But if I'm in the street, I don't know, I would like to see more like good vibes, like, you know, circus show vibes, and like, you know, it's possible. I see a lot of people. I think
there needs to be a variation of everything though. There's a lot of circus vibes going on at the moment. I mean, think of Andrew's show. That's quite upbeat with music as well. Yours is upbeat, gets people going. But that's why. Mine's a mix of sad and upbeat.
But that's like, you know, I don't know. I like to see people. We really need, like, we are very powerful people. Like, we really are superheroes. I believe we Baskers are superheroes.
I like that.
We are, because we have we can.
Marcello, we are scumbags.
No, we are scumbags. I know. I'm the first one. Like, come on. You look at me, you say, what the fuck is wrong with that guy? But I think we are superheroes. We are very, very powerful people. We are. We affect so many people. It's true. For what I do, for example, like, okay, my show is, I try to keep it funny and fun, and but even if you play sad songs, maybe you play that song and you give that person or that group of person something. But in my case, I can talk about me. Someone is upset, for example, they had an argument with their girlfriend, or like with their boyfriend, or with their wife, or with their anything. And like, you know, they're in a shit mood, they're about to text that message, oh, fuck you, you know, or fuck off to somebody. They see the show, fuck off. And they see the show and they say, all right, you know, maybe I'm going to call her and say, oh, listen, let's go for dinner together. Let's go have a coffee and let's fix things, you know. I think that's the power. Like, and I believe that that's my purpose. That's why I'm here in this planet. That's why I'm here, you know. And
I like that a lot.
There was I'll just tell you a quick story. There was a guy who was gambling away all his money in the casino, and his girlfriend fell out with him for it. And then he won loads of money and wanted to make it up to his girlfriend. So he says, here's £100, play me a song that it will help me to apologise so I can send it to my girlfriend.
Did you sing apologise?
No, because that's the opposite.
Oh.
But at first I did.
Okay.
And then he was like, actually, apologise isn't. It's too late to apologise. That's not going to work, mate. I think it was something like, it might have been like a scientist or something. I don't know. But it was a song to help. And he sent it to her and said this, because I said it was specifically for her down the mic. She forgave him. So it's like...
You did something incredible. That's something incredible.
No, he did pay me for it, but still.
It doesn't matter.
Well, that's it. Once a guy wanted to really, can I sing Wonderwall? Can I sing Wonderwall? He asked me, and I said, wait for it. Can I sing Wonderwall? Keep interrupting me. I was like, okay, £20 if you want to sing Wonderwall. So the guy handed me £20. I thought,
mate, you can do that.
And so I gave him the microphone. He sang like fucking shit, and nobody clapped. Everyone was like, "What the?" So he wanted his money back, and I was like,
"No, that doesn't work like that, mate."
No. So I said, "No, I keep the money. Like you wanted to play Wonderwall, I played it. Oh, can I play another one?" I said, "No, thanks for the £20. Bye." And he was like, "Oh, okay. Go, bye, all right."
I think we can be dicks though.
Yeah,
we can be dicks. Like, yeah, but no, that's fair enough. Like, if you've sometimes you line up for like 4 hours for a show,
but people don't know that.
Yeah, no, and then you've got 45 minutes to kind of make the money that is going to pay for your rent and your
make
food.
the money, and especially like for me, I'm addicted to those people. I need that energy. If I don't get that, I feel horrible. I feel shit.
It's validation, isn't it?
Yeah, I feel like a piece of shit. If I have a good show, ooh, hey, what's up? I hug everybody. If I have a shit show, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why you're in my spot? Fuck off, you know?
Yeah. But it's the same at the Greyhounds, man. Some shows I'm like, some shows I play Greyhounds and I'm like, yeah, that was so amazing. I love playing here. And then other times where like I'll play a song and people don't even clap. And I'm like, I'm just I must be really shit.
Yeah.
You know, and then you start blaming yourself, and then your self-esteem goes down, and it's not a good place to be. I literally say down the mic now, I say, do you all enjoy it? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, clap then. I need the validation.
Yeah.
I'm a musician. I need it to stay alive. I need it to keep my act together.
The key, and that's what I'm trying to learn, is you don't have to give a shit.
Yeah. It's to summon that energy and protect it no matter what. Don't allow other people to affect it. But that's so difficult, man.
It's so hard. But that's why I'm trying to work. Like, I have a happy show now, and every time for that show I need to be happy if I want to do a happy show. If I'm a shit mood, nobody cares. So I'm trying to work on I want to do a sad show, like to contrast. I'm a contrast of a person, you know. A sad show, like very
that's
like
good, man.
music.
No, I think that's really good.
Music oriented, just music, because
you're now matching your show to how you feel.
Yeah.
And
so
I think that's really
if I feel a bit like, you know, with loops and stuff, like just something music, very little comedy and music, and then in the weekend I can do my show with comedy, because I think my show, say what you want, but is important. My show is super important. I believe my show has to be and has to exist because I'm doing good, and I feel that I'm doing good.
That's nice.
I believe that too.
That's the most important thing. Yeah, I see you like during your show how you communicate with people, and you're so involved and so connected to them.
And you see me, I'm happy. It's the only moment I'm happy. I'm never happy. I'm never happy.
Same. Well, yeah.
You've been pretty happy this podcast until I started talking about being mugged. And
Yeah. To be honest, yes.
I was laughing about it. You're the one that got depressed.
Yeah, I got very depressed because, like, you know, it's alright. You want more chocolate SMR? Or you don't want it? You want it?
I want some chocolate.
Alright, we can split it. Split it so near your microphone that is very loud. Oh.
I both know you were going to do that.
Jesus splitting his bread. You want more chocolate?
No,
I touched my dick before. Oh, okay. It's alright, yes, I eat it. Alright. Alright, I think we can wrap this up today as well.
Yeah.
And
thank you for listening and watching to Folk Podcast.
Yeah. And really, even if it's gonna be like, I don't know, if people voted for a name, I think they're gonna may watch this. So if you watch this, we have an Instagram page. It's called Folk Podcast, FOK Podcast, and we have 0 followers at the moment. So if you want, so we can start to have a bit
what
of
a surprise.
But I think we're gonna post like pieces of the best bits that happened today and the other week. And the first episode is gonna be every Wednesday afternoon, and on YouTube we are working on putting it on Google Podcast, Apple Podcast, and Spotify. All right.
Oh dear.
So that's been everything from welcome.
Oh yeah.
Welcome to Fuck. It's alright. And we see you next week, guys. Alright. Peace. Sayonara.
Is there predators around? I'm never using that mic. Don't ever, like, if you're ever playing a show and you ask me to play a song, I am not touching that mic ever.
Actually, fun fact about me, I'm very germophobic, like really a lot.
Yeah, no, I wanted a bit of your vape and you were like, no, you don't give me herpes.
Like, it's very dangerous to share microphone, but I don't know, it's like, you see, I don't know, I'm scared of germs. I'm not scared of germs, but I feel like they are something, they're there.
If we end this thing, we should end it not.
All right, okay. All right, bye.